What up, everybody? It is the Sports Talk here, and today I'm coming at you with another video. Today, I'm talking about the ideal offseason for the Colts, also discussing the Carson Wentz trade that just happened. And yeah, I've done the Steelers and Bengals so far. Good ratings on the last Bengals video, so hopefully get some more for this one. So about the Carson Wentz trade, let's get right into it. So they traded a third rounder this year and a conditional second rounder next year that could potentially be into a first for Carson Wentz. Now, I think that was a great trade for Indianapolis. They finally got their quarterback. They're set. They're ready to go to make a Super Bowl run. I really think Carson Wentz will revive his career in Indianapolis. The Eagles, it was just a terrible situation. They had a terrible team. He played bad last year, really bad, but it was not all of his fault. He had to deal with a torn ACL a few years ago, then Nick Foles winning the Super Bowl and having that on him the whole time. And then he signed a big deal only for them to draft a quarterback in the second round the year after. And they don't put any pieces around him to help him win. Their offensive line was terrible. It was just brutal. So no wonder he wanted out of there. I think Indianapolis was absolutely the perfect team for him. They have one of the best O-lines in the league, and it's only going to get better. And it'll be one of the best for a while. With Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, Mark Lewinsky, Braden Smith. That's a great core, and they're really young. They have Jonathan Taylor, who's looking like he can be a top 5 back in the league. Especially behind that O-line, and Nyheim Hines, who's a great receiving back and just a great number 2 running back to have. And the receivers are pretty solid for the most part. They got T.Y. Hilton, who's getting older. He's 31 now, but he can still put up numbers. And with the actual quarterback now, I mean, who knows if he can have a revival year. Michael Pittman was a really solid rookie, and he has a ton of potential. And Zach Pascal is also pretty solid. And Paris Campbell, who can also be a big part of that offense. He has breakaway speed. So this offense is looking really stacked. In terms of cap space, the Colts have done an amazing job. They're one of the best in the NFL. They're actually 4th best on the list. Chris Ballard has done an amazing job managing that cap space. But with all their young talent, that might not last long. They might flip the switch because they're going to have to re-sign all those players. So they're in win now mode. But regardless, they're in a great position. If the Colts want to make a big splash in free agency, they could look at a guy like Juju Smith-Schuster if the Steelers choose not to re-sign him, which I don't think they will. It'd be really interesting. I think it'd be a really good fit for them. I think they'd make their offense incredible with all the receivers, all their running backs. Carson Wentz, he'll have all that time to throw. He can look like he's going back to his 2017 form. I just think that'd be perfect. The Colts' offensive line is young and very talented. Quentin Nelson's probably the best lineman in the league, and Ryan Kelly and Mark Lewinsky are very solid guards, or center and guard, and Braden Smith is one of the top right tackles in the league. So with Anthony Costanzo retiring left tackle is one of their only needs on offense pretty much. Chaz Green is not very good. He's 28 years old. He's kind of just like a bridge left tackle. And they're going to need someone to protect Wentz's blind side. A guy who I think they could turn his career around Indianapolis is left tackle Cam Robinson. He was a first-round pick out of Alabama a few years ago. He's only 25 years old. And he's just been stuck in Jacksonville for his entire career. Where he struggled for the most part. He only allowed 5 sacks last year, which is pretty solid. He had a 61.8 PFF grade, which is not great by any means, but I think if you plug him into this Indianapolis offense, with that stacked O-line, with Carson Wentz, with all those receivers and running backs, and coaching, I think that's a great fit for him to turn his career around. You know, tackle is kind of hard, like a revival position, but he's young and talented, and I think he can get there. He'll also probably come at a cheap price, won't be too expensive, and they have a lot of cap to work with, so I don't think that would be an issue. If they choose to pick a tackle in the 21st pick this year, which I don't think they will, they could go with a few different guys. One of them, Christian Darrisaw from Virginia Tech, I talked about him previously in one of my other videos. He's one of the best tackles in college football. Alex Leatherwood from Alabama, who is really good. He's a mauler. And Jalen Mayfield from Michigan, although I don't think he'd be worth a first-round pick, especially at 20. On defense, the Colts are really good. They're young, talented, and nasty. They don't have a ton of needs. They have pass rusher, though, is one of them with Justin Houston. He's going to be leaving. So they can go after one in the draft. A guy who stands out is Azeez Ojulari from Georgia. He had a great year with 12 tackles for loss and 9.5 sacks. He didn't have a lot of tackles. He's strictly a pass rusher, which is what the Colts need. And he fits in with that Colts culture defense. He's hungry and he wants to play hard. And another guy to fit that edge spot could be Jalen Phillips from Miami, who had 15 tackles for loss and 8 sacks. He's also really solid. So I think an edge rusher would be a really valuable pick for there at 20. The Colts, they also really need a corner number 1, especially Kenny Moore. He's a great slot corner, but they just need another guy outside of him. Rocky Sin has not been the guy they hoped for when they drafted him. Xavier Rhodes had a really solid comeback year last year, but he's going to be testing the free agency, so they're going to have to look somewhere else. With Patrick Peterson parting ways with the Cardinals, I think it'd be really interesting for the Colts to sign him. He has been regressing the past few years, but I think it'd be a great signing for them. He won't be very expensive. He's 31 years old. But Indianapolis has really good safeties, really good defensive front, and linebackers who can really help him. So it takes the pressure off him locking up all the wide receivers. So I just think that'd be a really great pick for them, value pick. And he wants to win a Super Bowl. Colts are looking to win a Super Bowl. He fits in with that culture. If they choose to draft a corner, they go J.C. Horn from South Carolina. He's the 3rd-ranked corner in the draft. He might not be there, but if he is there, it'd be a good pick. He's great size, exactly what they're looking for. He's 6'1", 200 pounds, and just a lockdown cornerback. So right now, the Colts, they're set. They're ready to win now. The key for this offseason is to draft well and get some key free agents. And that's basically it. Chris Ballard has done an amazing job with this team. I'm really excited to watch this Colts team to see what they can do. I'm excited to see Carson Wentz play for them. I think he'll be in the top 5 to 7 for the MVP racing this year and prove a lot of people wrong. So that's all I got for you today, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Easy out here. Peace.